go. Okay, I hit go live. Let's see what's going on with this.
Awesome.
Doing the Facebook Live. They made it so simple.
Yes, I love that.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Give it a second. It has to load up to Facebook.
Webinar is now streaming live on Facebook. So, you guys, we're out here on Facebook land, social media, and using the platform called Zoom. So welcome. Welcome you guys to our Discover Arbonne. We are so excited to be here. It's 4 of us medical professionals. We have myself, Cheryl Graham. I'm an RN. I've been an RN for 22 years. And I will start everything off and then we'll announce everybody because we're just so excited to be here and share with our friends this dynamic opportunity that we have for you all. And whoever invited you to this call really thought so much about you because they thought that you could possibly want something that we're doing at this moment. So let me tell you a little bit about the company itself. So many of you may be consultants that are here, and we have some that are guests. So thank you for coming, like I said before. And we're glad that you have an open mind and an open heart to support the friend that invited you. And also to get a glimpse of Arbonne, the business and the brand. The business side of Arbonne may not be a fit for you. However, we still invite people because we are highly regarded in our business, and it's all about network marketing. And as you listen to our stories, something may resonate for you personally. And if not, you may think of someone that you know that would greatly benefit it, and you can introduce them to as well. And as it happened, that's happened for us here. In either case, we would know that you'll learn something new about the business, the brand, the products, and the company itself, because we're here to share that for you. And it's going to be just an open platform. We're just going to speak to you as consultants. We're just medical professionals that chose to do Arbonne and add it to what we're already doing. So welcome, everybody. Like I said, we're excited for you to be here. And this is just a brief overview of Arbonne, the company, the network, the products, and the compensation. Hold on to your seats because we have a wealth of information. And I think that you will be so excited to hear about it. So me personally, I've been a nurse for 22 years. I started out in North Carolina, went to California right before 9/11, actually September 6th. And it was for a 10-day vacation. My 10-day vacation lasted 14 years. Yes, 14 years. I found myself entwined in the LA culture, working as a nurse, and I was working here and there and everywhere. And I was working so much that one year I worked 360 days, you guys. Now, I know people are saying, you know, nurses make good money. We do. But at what point did I need to open my eyes and see what I was doing to myself? So that 360 days out of what we have 365 in a year, I can't tell you where that money went for myself. So I was at a loss. So I was working gobs of hours and I began to get sick. I was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. And my body was just being ravaged. And if you don't know anything about it, what it is, your body, your metabolism speeds up. So everything was in an uproar. Everything was just happening so fast. So I had a tremor in my hand. I would wake up with panic attacks and night sweats, anxiety, just regular anxiety on the floor. And I couldn't live that way. But what got me, you guys, I could fake all that. What got me was the adult onset cystic acne that came onto my skin. And so thank God for my executive regional vice president, Shani Starks, who talked to me about Arbonne, shared with me these products. I signed up, said yes, and I haven't looked back. That's my short story. And I could tell anybody about the longer story on another at another time. But let me tell you about Arbonne. Arbonne as a brand is a business. We are a 39-year-old botanically based Swiss premium health and wellness company. Now, we regard ourselves highly in our vegan products, health and wellness, personal products, nutrition products, and they're for everyone, every member of the household. And as a business, Arbonne offers a mobile, global, digital E-type franchise in the cloud. So we all have cell phones these days. Imagine having your business located on your cell phone. We sit at the midsection of 4 megatrends. We have health and wellness, internet shopping, social media, and home-based computer-based businesses. We all use this type of brand networking, and we'll get into that. So building business from your smartphone anywhere in the world. So whenever I go on trips, my phone is with me. This is my business. My other part of my business is my mouth. I keep it open because I like to share with people about what this business can provide for them and the possibilities that exist. So you can make a significant income right alongside whatever else you're doing. And like I said, I've been a nurse for 22 years. And when I saw the light with something that I could do right alongside of nursing, I jumped for it because my nursing career wasn't giving me what I needed. I thought I was going to retire as a nurse and be a bedside nurse the rest of my life. And when I got sick, I looked at it like, what am I going to do? The question was posed to me, what are you going to do in 5 years if you keep doing what you've been doing? And I couldn't see an out for myself. But again, I thank Arbonne, I thank Shandi Starks for bringing this gift into my life. And now we're here to present this gift to you guys. So we're only 12 years into our globalization. We're currently in just 6 countries. So United States, Canada, Australia, UK, New Zealand, and Poland. And last year we were acquired by Group Rocher. It's also a family-owned business that is in 100 countries. So can you see where our globalization can go from here? I mean, we're in 6 countries now, but our family, Group Rocher, is in over 100 countries. So we have so much growth potential. And as Arbonne consultants, we are part of a collaborative effort that is changing the reputation of network marketing and changing lives one person, one family at a time. So we have 2 jobs. One is to educate and teach people how to read labels and to become their own health advocates to be safer and healthier. And 2, to teach people how to build a virtual franchise like we're doing now. Arbonne Business is the business of the future. It's a 21st century business. And so you can turn an asset into an income with what we're doing here. I can provide you with a plan B, more strategy, more time in your life, more finances. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. What is it that you're looking for in your life? We can provide that for you. And it's a spectacular, incredibly exciting time for us. So I'm going to stop here and I'm going to go ahead and introduce my friend, Michelle, who I've known probably over, wow, when I went to California, we worked together at Century City Doctors Hospital as nurses on the floor. So
I was a case manager, but yeah.
Give that information to you and pass it along.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome everybody. Again, my name is Michelle Perkins. I'm a registered nurse and an independent consultant with Arbonne and an area manager. I've been a registered nurse for 37 years. My first 10 years of my career, I was a trauma nurse and used my body to take care of people that needed my help. And then somebody broke my hand in 3 places. And so I was like, okay, I can't really do this anymore. So then I switched and started using my brain. And the last 27 years, I've been a case manager. Of the last 27 years, 10 of them have been a director of case management, which I was making a really, really nice salary because my last job before St. John's was I was a regional director over 5 hospitals doing case management program development. And I thought, this is what I'll do. I'll retire as, a regional director. I got to the point where I really didn't want to have the aggravation of being on call 24/7 for 5 hospitals, and decided that I was going to take a break from that. And now I went back to regular on the floor case management for now, because really I am shifting my illness business to the health and wellness, health business. Everybody is so sick from everything that we've put in and on our bodies our whole lives, because our government really is not protecting our best interests. As Cheryl said, we need to read our labels and be really informed consumers. I am passionate about the products. We have over 250 daily consumables. That to me is brilliant because everybody does something. Everybody shampoos, everybody showers, everybody uses deodorant, toothpaste, puts some kind of lotion or potion on their bodies, right? Because you want to have nice, soft skin. But not everybody was reading their labels. And in this country, I would think that the FDA, or I would have thought that the FDA was really protecting us, but really, they've only banned 12 substances in personal care items over the past 50 some odd years. The last ones were banned back in the 1960s, before Monsanto and before all the plastic. And the ones that they just took out in the last couple of years were because of all the lawsuits. So Johnson & Johnson has removed talc. They no longer use triclosan in our Purell because they found out that everything is carcinogenic. So with Arbonne, you don't really have to think about what you're putting in or on your body, because we've not only gone beyond what the European Union has banned, and they banned 1,300 products, 1,300 elements. Arbonne has now upped that to 2,000 chemicals and elements they will not put in personal care products. So you never have to be afraid of using anything that's Arbonne. It's safe for your babies. It's safe for your 90-year-old mothers and fathers. It's safe for everybody. The other great things about our products is we are vegan certified. We are kosher. We are gluten-free, whey-free, dairy-free, no parabens, no phthalates, no artificial dyes, colorings, or fragrances. And I'm just going to tap on a couple of products that, even if people never use an Arbonne product, please be aware of this when you read your labels. Parabens have been found in 98% of breast cancer tumors. That's outrageous. 98% of breast cancer tumors contain parabens. Our body does not metabolize paraben. It accumulates. And even if you use something once or twice in your lifetime, it's not terrible. But if you think about a baby formula or a baby shampoo that we've all used on our kids when they were little, that I was bathed in, I'm 57 years old. Okay, so you use it over and over and over again. And the No More Tears formula, the reason that it's no more tears is it's formaldehyde, which is a known carcinogenic. That's what makes it no more tears. So with Arbonne, we don't use formaldehyde. We don't use parabens. Phthalates are a plasticizing connecting agent where you connect a fat to a fragrance. And when I talk about the fats, it's usually animal fats. And that was the other piece that I forgot to say. We don't use any animal products or test on animals whatsoever. So the phthalates connect tallow, which is a result of animal rendering. And the personal care product industry uses tallow as a cheap filler. You know, 100 years ago, when they did animal rendering, the animals didn't have the diseases that they have now. They didn't have flea collars on. They didn't have the antibiotics that they were eating. And so I don't want to get into all the nasties of animal rendering, but please, everybody on this Zoom, please Google it and see what it is, because the fat that comes from these animals are in personal care products that are not vegan. And then because animal fat smells really nasty, they use a fragrance to make it smell better. They then use a phthalate to connect the animal fat with the fragrance. The phthalates have been known to be hormone disruptors, have been linked to MS and other autoimmune diseases. And if you remember, in the last few years, they took all the PBAs out of the drink bottles and the baby's toys. Well, that was all phthalates. So we don't use any of that. We are also a one-stop shop for cleaner and healthy products. So rather than going and buying out of the stores, which has a 10 to 12-year shelf life, Arbonne is created in Irvine, California. If you're in California, everything is manufactured here in Irvine. If you are east of the Mississippi, it gets formulated, I believe, in Ohio. Everything has a 2-year shelf life unopened and a 1-year shelf life once it's opened, because we don't have any of the nasty preservatives that all the big markets need to use. 2 of our huge top selling products are our skincare, our RE9 skincare, and our 30 Days to Healthy Living, which are our nutritional products. And it's a reset on your inside health. You know, the skincare and everything is for the outside, and our nutrition products are really pretty much for the inside. And we are the #1 global age company of health and wellness from the inside out. And Arbonne, that is our claim to fame in this past year. And again, knowing that our skin absorbs everything within 20 to 30 seconds, you really want to be aware of what you put on and in your body. Once it's on the skin, it bypasses your liver and your kidneys, which are filtering organs. So if you go with Arbonne, you're not going to have to worry about anything going in your bloodstream. I'm going to turn it over now to Yasmin Khan, who I've known for several years since joining this business. And take it away, Yasmin.
Hi, everybody. My name's Yasmin Khan. I am a physician assistant for the past going on 21 years. And I'm also an independent consultant and an executive area manager with Arbonne International. That's going to mean a little bit something more to you when you hear Narisa speak. However, I'm going to tell you this. I've been a PA for a while, a couple of decades, as a matter of fact, and I've worked in amazing, wonderful industries. I've delivered babies. I've had a baby named after me. I was raised in a household where I was taught always to have my own money, to always have my own paycheck, to take care of myself and not to depend on anybody else to provide for me. So I got into medicine because job security. People are always going to get sick. There's always going to be a job. There's always going to be something to support me. And the fact is, as a PA, you get paid relatively well, and that's great. So where was my security when, after about 15 years of working, I got laid off? 16 years at practicing medicine. So there I was, 43 years old, with a mortgage, 2 children, medical bills that had happened, and suddenly I was unemployed for the first time since I was 16. It was a harsh reality, and I'm very lucky that my husband has a great job, so I didn't have to worry about getting another job very quickly. But it's so unsettling to not have your own paycheck. So people tell us on a regular basis to prepare for impact. I was never prepared for impact. Go figure, with the fact that I got to stay home with my children for a little while and took some time to find the right job for me. And I didn't really think about owning my own business. I mean, I've always had a dream of opening my own health and wellness center. Go figure. And here I am with Arbonne. But it never really was something that I thought of, because it takes a lot of money to open up a business, and who has that kind of capital? So I began to notice a friend of mine who had beautiful skin, and I used to open up medical spas for a living. So I've tried the best of the best of the best of skincare, and I'm a skincare snob. So when I noticed she was looking really good, I asked her, "Hey, what are you using?" And she said, "I'm using Arbonne." And she introduced me to my business partner, Christy, who came in with a gold bag full of samples for me. I tried them for four days, and boom, my skin was amazing. It was gorgeous. People were asking me, why are you glowing? What's going on with you? And I said, well, I have new skincare. So when Christy came back and asked me to join the business, I looked at her like, are you crazy? Do you know what I do for a living? I practice medicine. I save lives for a living. I was a little high on myself at that moment, right? And I was like, why would I want to do this? And then she shared the compensation plan, which you're going to hear about in a little while. And I said, okay, fine, I'll join for the discount. I began to sell some of the products, and I began to get checks that were relatively significant. My first check was like $29, and yay for that. But my second and third and fourth check grew and grew and grew. And now I make a relatively great side income from this. However, long story short is I found that dream job, and I have a wonderful position where I help people who have had cancer live a longer, healthier life. And a lot of what we talk about is, what are you putting in your body? What are you putting in your skin? Don't use preservatives. Make sure you're healthy. But the job has taken me away from my children. When When I first got laid off, I never thought I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And then I spent 6 months that were beautiful with my babies. One, you saw one earlier that came in. He's 3. And my 8-year-old daughter is a little mini me with attitude galore. And I need to be home with them. So Arbonne is my way of getting my time back. And because of Arbonne, I've been able to replace enough of my income to take at least 1 day off a week. So I've gone from 5 days to 4 days a week, and hopefully working on the next day. I want to stress to you all before we start is Arbonne is an and business. So if you're a healthcare practitioner and you tell me that, oh, I could never pick between practicing medicine or doing what I do and doing a business, I'm going to tell you you can practice medicine, you can be a stellar nurse, a phenomenal physical therapist, and do Arbonne on the side because I fit into the nooks and crannies of my life. To give you an idea, I practice about an hour away from my house. I drive 2 hours a day. I have 2 children. I'm active in the PTA. I have a thriving business, and I cook a regular homemade meal every day because I don't want to give my kids preservatives. So if anybody is busy, I am extremely busy. But I thrive on the fact that we do something called network marketing. So I'm going to take away some of the myths from network marketing for you guys. I want you to think about something. Have you written a review for something on Facebook or on Yelp or on Amazon or on Google? Because if you have, you've network marketed. If you've told a friend to go to a restaurant because you really love the food and you posted a picture of that beautiful dish on Facebook, once again, you've network marketed. And the difference between what you just did and what I do is that you don't get paid for your review on Yelp or Amazon or whatever, but I get paid to talk to people about the products that I love, I'm passionate about, and I get to use, and I know is good for them. As a clinician, the product part that Michelle just spoke to you is paramount to me, to know that we're doing no harm. But then to also know that I'm actually participating in something that I would have participated in anyway and getting paid for it. So network marketing is word of mouth and recommendation driven marketing. It capitalizes on 2 things that we already do. We shop and we share. Shopping has moved into this new age of from brick and mortar to click and order because we're all so busy. I order my groceries on Amazon on a regular basis. And so what Arbonne does is we create and host the digital storefronts for all of our consultants. And then they provide virtual back office, training, and support. And the products go directly from the warehouse to the consumers, and it cuts out all the warehousing, shipping, advertising, and retail store costs. We don't pay someone to advertise our products. We actually advertise our products for ourselves by being products of the products. And if you look at our catalogs, which is really amazing, we don't pay models for our products. Everybody you see in our catalog is an Arbonne consultant. The products go directly from the warehouse to the consumers. And what happens is that the consumers save and the consultants get paid to simply redirect their spending on products that we're already buying already. I mean, we all shower, hopefully. We all wash our hair, wash our face. Some of us do proteins in our shakes, and some of us live different lives, but in the end, we all use products, even if you think you don't. And we're basically the brand ambassadors. So what we like to tell people is that we teach them to stop, start, and share. We stop shopping retail, start shopping from our own digital stores, and then share this concept with others. And we utilize something called time leverage. So we don't trade time for money. And what that means is we start growing teams, right? And I also teach my people who buy from me also how to do this. So as I build a team, and let's say I work 10 hours, and let's say Michelle is on my team and she works 10 hours, I get paid for 20 hours. However, to make sure you know that this is not pyramid-y, if Michelle works her butt off and does more work than me, she gets paid a lot more than me, and she can move up the ladder quicker than me. So in a pyramid, which a lot of people think that this business is, which it's not because it's illegal, only the people on the top get the most money. And Arbonne is an equal opportunity place. We all start at the same level, and we all grow together, and we really do grow stronger together. We have a really simple system, and I try to tell people that it's not easy because you actually have to work it. But it's simple. If you are a healthcare provider, you do a lot more intense things for a living than selling skincare and talking to people about healthy living. And that's the truth of the matter. And we teach you all, we tell you all that you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself, because none of us, I'm not related to them financially in Arbonne, but we're all working together to make sure you all hear the news about what this is. But one more time is that Arbonne is a hybrid of two models in the $183 billion industry. We're direct selling with network marketing, and we're time leverage with multi-level marketing. And so can you imagine, we make more money than the Super Bowl, the sports industry, the movie industry, and a couple of other industries combined, which blows my mind. There's no monthly minimums. It's only $49 to own your own business for a year. Can you just imagine if you wanted to buy a franchise? I actually looked into that a few years ago, and the cost of the franchise that I was looking at was $450,000 upfront, and then there was like a franchise fee for like 20-something thousand a month. Who can do that? But right now, what I can do is I can help you, or Michelle, or Cheryl, or Nerissa can help you own your own franchise for only $49, and that's one time, not once a month. This is an effort-based business. It's definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme. We tell you, on average, it takes about 3 to 5 years to get to the top earning income level, and it really is with a consistent part-time effort. So one of the things that I love about this business is that anybody can get to the top, no matter what your education level is, no matter what your socioeconomic status is. If you are a hard worker and you want to share something that's really amazing, a great opportunity that keeps people healthier, it's the best thing ever. And as clinicians, this is totally aligned with what we do for a living. Our job is to do no harm. As a PA, it's really important to me to make sure that what I do and what I do in my life, I transmit to my patients. So I can't tell them to do what I do and not to do as I say and not as I do. I would feel like a hypocrite. So when I talk to my young cancer survivors, I talk to them about the fact that their skin is the biggest organ on your body. Watch what you put on it. Make sure you take care of it. And the fact that I actually on the side sell the same thing. I don't sell to my patients, but on the side, I get to talk to other people and change their lives too. It's the best of both worlds. And now with that, I'm going to pass it on to Nerissa.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me okay? Great, because I have my headsets on because I have a loud house, unlike the other girls. My name is Nerissa Carroll. I'm an independent consultant. I've been a registered nurse for about 21 years. Oh my God, going on 49 years old this year. Thanks to Arbonne, I look great. But anyways, I'm so excited to be on the call tonight with these girls, and I get the pleasure of sharing the compensation plan. But before I share that, I want to just take you back a little bit show you my story with you guys. I've been nursing for about almost, like I said, 21 years. I've worked in cardiac rehab and surgical and ICU and case management like Michelle, a lot of places. I met Michelle and Cheryl nursing actually on the floor years ago. And although I love nursing, I love it. But I also love, more than that, spending time with my family and my friends and having time for myself. I have been educating people for years about healthy living, different disease processes and what things you should do. And Arbonne is in alignment with that for me. So when Cheryl Graham on the call, my bestie in Atlanta, she left me here in California, shared Arbonne with me about a few years back, I thought she was absolutely crazy for doing something like this. Because like others, like Michelle mentioned, and probably Yasmin and Cheryl, I thought, wow, back away, pyramid scheme. I'm not doing that. Secondly, I'm not a sales girl. I'm not going to be selling to people. I'm not a salesperson. So I said no to my best friend for about 4 months. I actually didn't just say no to her. I went to my very own witness protection program. I didn't answer her phone calls or text messages or anything. Seriously. So I thought she was crazy. Like, why would she do that? She's a nurse. Like, you make good money. Why would you do that job? So anyways, fast forward 4 months later, after seeing her do a great job in Arbonne, I jumped on board because I thought, oh my gosh, she's onto something and I don't want her to leave me behind, right? So I jumped in, educated myself, and saw the big picture of Arbonne, because I saw that Arbonne will pay me and anybody on this call for doing two things we're already doing. The first thing we're already doing is already washing our face, shampooing our hair, taking vitamins, living healthy. Most people do that, right? Already. But we're not getting paid for that. The second thing Arbonne was already doing that I wasn't doing before was I was already talking to people about things I liked. Like if I liked a good movie, if I watched it, I would share with my friends, like, go see this movie, it's great. And I wasn't getting paid for that, but Arbonne paid me for that. So I jumped in at that point and saw the big picture, and I haven't looked back since then. So I get the opportunity to share with you the compensation plan of Arbonne. Arbonne has, I like to say, a darn good compensation plan. Darn good meaning D for district manager, our first level of management. A district manager in Arbonne is our first level of management, and anybody can get to that level within 1 to 3 months. We say it's an effort-based business. You can get there whenever you want to, faster or slower. It's your own timing. But at that level, you can earn about $250 to about $1,500 a month for working part-time. Now, for me, part-time money, making that kind of money for part-time, you can pay a bill or medical bills, college for kids, whatever you know with that kind of money. So that was the first level, and I got excited about that. That wasn't for me, quit your job, nursing job kind of money, but it was a great start, right? The second level was an area manager, which I love, because at that level, you can have a willable asset. Meaning, if something were to happen to me, I can will my business to my family and my kids, and they can get paid for my business decision. So I love Arbonne for that. And at that level, people get there to about 2 to 14 months. You know, again, like I said, it's effort-based business. But at that level, you're earning about $1,200 a month to about 2,500, $4,000 a month. And that's really good money. That's for some people a mortgage or, you know, college for their kids. The third level of management is a regional vice president, and that's the Mercedes-Benz level, and that's phenomenal. At that level, you're getting paid $800 a month towards your white Mercedes-Benz that you will own for yourself. You can lease or purchase it, and you're earning about $4,000 a month to $10,000 a month, and that is great money. And that level, you can really make some changes in your career, you know. And the fourth level is a national vice president. At that level, the income potential is unlimited, starting about $2,200 a month. $22,000 a month. And your income for your Mercedes-Benz is at $1,000 a month. So that is phenomenal money at Arbonne. So I'll pass it on back to Cheryl.
Oh, okay. I thought you were finishing on up.
Sorry.
So you guys, we want to keep this short and sweet. We appreciate you being on. And like I stated when we opened up, that we hope whomever invited you, you realize so much about you because they thought this could be something for you. All of us here, we didn't see this for us because most of us talked about our careers and what we wanted to do and what we thought was the end for us and where we were going to be, but it wasn't. And Yasmin did say a good thing. It's not an or, it's not Arbonne or your job, it's an and. So in the midst of your day, you find yourself probably on a routine that you do. You may shop at the same grocery store. You may know the girl at the grocery store, the cashier who talks to you because she looks up to you and she's wondering what she can do for her child who's 5. She's trying to get the kid into football. She can't get the money. You have a gift. You have this gift called Arbonne that can help her with that extra cash. You have friends that may talk about, for instance, with the government shutdown, they couldn't apply for unemployment. I mean, where was their money coming from unless they had something saved up, prepare for impact. So these are the types of things that we can help people change their life. It's not all about the protein, the lipstick, or anything like that. It's the possibilities, the livelihood, the lifestyle that you can attain from just saying yes to something like this. And like I said, in the midst of your day and your nooks and crannies. So you're shopping at the store, like I said, you're out with your kids and the other moms talk about they may have to pull their kid out of the class or something like that. So just think about those people that may need something like this. Don't be afraid to share it with them because it could be life-changing like it was life-changing for us, because we're all headed to where our lives are going to be unrecognizable. And yes, we each talk about how we love our profession. However, we love ourselves even more to open up the possibility for a different life that we can achieve just by saying yes to what Arbonne has presented us with. We all have skin. Most of us have hair. Some of us don't, oh well, but we use these products day in and day out. And the second thing is we're always telling our family and friends about, like we said, the restaurants, the movies, we're giving reviews, we're doing that free. Why not start recouping this money for ourselves and putting that back into your pocket and then giving your money away however you want to. But this is just an opportunity, like I said, like we said, to come in. We invited you, you listen with an open heart and mind, and that's basically it, you guys. So get back with that person. Let them know if you're between 1 through 5. 5, you're all in. This is something that could be for me, or that will be for me. 4, I'm in, but I may have a few questions. 3, you just want to be a preferred client. Oh, do we go over those? Okay, so let me tell you, we have many ways that you can join us. Let's back up. So the best way, we always say, as a consultant, $49 one time and $29 to renew for that in a year. You get 35 to 50% off of all your products, and you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And it's a mobile global business, so you have your cell phone. It's a tax write-off. Contact your CPA and you can get all the information for that. The second way, you can become a client. As a client, you shop for our most valuable products, but you get them at retail. You don't get them at a discount. However, like I said, you get our wonderful products. You can become a preferred client. As a preferred client, it's $29 one time. For that entire year, you're shopping at 20 to 40% off for our fabulous products. You can do auto ship if you like. That's just something that you can choose if you like. You don't have to do that. It's a la carte. Whatever you want to purchase, you can get the products. And you can become a host or a connector. And what they do, the host has maybe a few people over at their house. And you know how everything is on the social media now. We can do it virtually to where you can have people at your house. We can present the business, the opportunity, send samples to you. People can enjoy the samples. We can talk about what it is and where you would like to be. And as the host, they get a free gift, compliments of the person who they're hosting for. And they get up to 75 to 80% off of all their products, depending on how their gathering or party does. However, it's just a remarkable time. So those are the ways that you can join us as the connector. Like we said, this may not be for you, but you may know somebody that it could be for. Let that person know and tell them who connected you with that. And so that's what we want you to do. And so back to what I was saying, Arbonne is an it's a willable asset. You're able to build something. So from 1 to 5, again, 5 if you're totally in and you want to go ahead and start building something for your life, leaving a legacy. Always think about what Beyonce says, her great grandchildren are already rich. That just gives me chills because the girl has already set in stone, her and her husband, something already for their kids and the multiple streams of income. This too will be your multiple stream of income. So you can take this money, build upon it, and open something else for whatever else you want to do. 4, like I said, you're thinking about the business, but you may have questions, more questions, and you can ask that of your consultant or friend who invited you. 3, you want to become a preferred client and shop at a discount. 2, I don't know if it's for me, but I may have somebody that it could be for. And number 1, totally no, I'm not for this at all. So from 1 to 5, let your friend know, whomever invited you, where you sit, because you can join us at any particular level. It's all about us helping you change your life. And in the end, that's what we want. We all want to become the greatest person that we can for ourselves. So with that said, good night. Thank you guys for joining. And we so appreciate you for spending your time with us this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, all.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.